Good Music Shared, and I'm here with
Datsik.
AKA
Troy Beatles,
from
Canada. It was sick.
What do you think of North Carolina in regards to the rest of the crowds and what you've been on tour so far?
Actually, I didn't really know what to expect. Actually, I kind of did, but I mean, talking about the first time I came here, it was absolutely mental. I mean, I played in Greensboro.
Datsik. Call him Datsik.
Yeah, that was Aoki interrupting. Basically, I played in Greensboro like a year and a half ago or something like that, and the show was absolutely insane. And like, I came back to Charlotte, played in Charlotte like a week ago or something like that, and then played here. And every single time I've come to North Carolina, it's been absolutely fucking mental. Like every time, it's been like really, really, really good. And I think it's like, it's good because like me and Steve come here and we can't really tell who's here for who, which is insane because it's Steve being a full-on house artist and then it's me being like a full-blown dubstep artist, you know. And we get away with like having a completely mixed crowd, and the crowd is always amazing. And I noticed that especially in North Carolina, like the kids go fucking hard, so it's dope. It's dope as fuck.
Awesome. You're talking about how Steve and you differ in your music genres, and especially as well with having Keith and Dave from Autoerotic. How do you think you guys all mesh on tour being together? Like, what do you think you guys bring differently?
It's good. It's been very, it's cool because you come to the show and you're not just hearing one thing at all anymore. It's like you get, you know, the full spectrum of electronic music. And I mean, when we first started, we had Dirty Phonics, and they were doing like the drum and bass. And there's Alvin Risk, and he, I guess, is like unclassifiable. He does the electro, dubstep, everything hybrid kind of thing. And then now we have Keith, Autoerotic. This motherfucker, he kills it, and he's doing like the electro side of things. And then there's me, which is like dubstep, hip hop, and then everything in between, and like drum step, whatever. And then Steve, he's full on house, and it's just crazy because it's such a mixed crowd, but it works surprisingly well. Let's put it that way.
You touched on how you used to have Dirty Phonics for like the drum and bass area. Do you like to kind of like stick to one genre, or do you like to explore? Like, what are you looking to do like in the future?
Well, when I first started, I was totally into hip hop, and from there it moved into dubstep, and dubstep kind of took over for a while, and you know, I was only playing sets that were just dubstep, whatever. And now it's like I despise watching someone play a full set of just one tempo. It just doesn't work for me anymore. And so that being said, now I'm trying to just do everything in my set. Like I don't really care where it came from, as long as it's dope and as long as it hits hard on a big system, then I'll play it. You know what I mean? I don't care what tempo it is. That doesn't make any difference to the style. It doesn't play any factor into what I'm gonna play. You know, tempo, I think, to have changing tempo throughout a set is a good thing, because you know you have tons of ups and downs, and you're just mashing it all up, and you know you're appeasing, you're appealing to the electro crowd, and you're also you know, appealing to the dubstep crowd. And then me, like specifically, I really like the hip hop side of things, so I try to like blend as much hip hop in as I can while I'm playing, like mixed with all the stuff people love as well, you know. So I try to, that's kind of my avenue. It's more on like the hip hop dubstep side of things, but I also play electro, and I play a lot of 110 as well.
Definitely. You touched on like how you kind of incorporate hip hop, like you did tonight in your set a lot of times. What were your kind of influences growing up, and how have they changed now? Like as music, like you said, you got into it like hip hop, like a lot of other DJs and producers, and you know, obviously electro is just fucking taking over right now. How did your influences change? Like what were they when you were a kid, and who are they now? Like who influences you now?
Well, when I was a kid, I was really young. My older brothers were really into like the whole Wu-Tang thing, and like just old school, like West Coast type, like Dr. Dre and Mr. Dog and all that type of shit. So that's the stuff I was really into. And I mean, I grew up in that time era. Like, you know, I had older brothers who were really into it, and I guess like the whole era where like Tupac and Biggie died was like around the same time. I was like maybe like 11 or 12, but I was around it so much. I was always rolling in the car with my brothers, and they're always like blasting Wu-Tang and West Coast shit. And I was so into it, right? And I mean, that was like my main like source of like influence, I guess, because when I first started, all I was doing was like just making hip hop beats, you know what I mean? And then it kind of just like evolved, I guess, and yeah, here I am now.
You're going to die.
Original ganja smoking, Herman hustling, sensible, smuggling, rubber and roughneck. Back on the case again. We tell them say. Well, love is yes, yes. Well, love is come for the way. Well, love is yes, I miss yes. Well, love it. Well, love is yes, yes. Well, love is come for the way. Well, love is yes, I miss yes. Well, love it. No, any kind of sense why get with vibes like this. Love is yes, I bella when no one no a share. Love like a champion.